in. This is Shalaya with Scott Lorraine Marketing, and today we are going over our Referrals Overview class. So you do want to get started by logging into the command platform. So that's going to be agent.kw.com. If you have any trouble logging in, keep in mind that your username is not case sensitive, however your password is. So if you have any trouble with that, you can click on the little eyeball icon next to the password box to be sure that is typed in correctly. So once we get logged into command here, the first thing that we want to do is make sure that our referrals profile is completed and up to date. So to get to our referrals profile, we want to click on our name in the top right corner up here. And then the first profile option is going to be our referral profile. So we'll go ahead and click on that. So once we get here, the first things we're going to see is we have our page header at the top here. To change that, you can simply just click anywhere on this photo to change it out. We have our headshot photo. You do want to be sure that your headshot is cropped down to a square to be sure that it does not show up distorted here. And again, you can just click anywhere on that photo to change it out. And then we have our contact details down here, some social media links. And then to the right, we have our bio. We also have the option to show our years with KW. And then below that on the left side, we have service areas. So to make changes here, we can click on the edit profile in the top right here. So you'll see right off the bat, the first three options here are grayed out and cannot be changed. If by some chance your name is not reflecting correctly here, you want to make sure that that is reflecting correctly in the My Profile section. And I'll show you where to find that profile once we finish this form here. The KW ID cannot be changed as this pulls from the back end of the system. So you have your contact email here. Most likely this will be your KW email unless you have another email that you use for your business. And then you have your phone number. So you can enter your mobile number and your office number, or you can just enter your mobile number in both spots if you only want to have your number on your profile. And then you have your service areas. So there is a couple different ways you can list your service areas here. You can separate them out in individual boxes like you see here. To add additional ones, you can just click on this Add New button. And that's always going to be on the last box. So you'll see we added another one. So that jumped from this one over to this one here. Or if you want to just list them in one service area box, I can show you what the difference in that looks like once we save the profile. Next, you have your bio. So you may want to have a different bio in your referrals profile compared to what you have in your marketing profile, as the referrals profile is an internal profile that is just based towards KW agents, whereas your marketing profile is more client-based. So you do have the option to customize both of those if you want different profiles for each item here. So under the bio is where you can link your social media links. So you have the option for your Facebook page, if you have a Twitter that you use, if you have a YouTube channel, your LinkedIn profile, your Google Plus, if you have that set up, as well as your Instagram. So you have the option to add any of those in, however, they are not required. Next is going to be this opt-in toggle here. So this is what toggles your profile to be public within the referral network. Or if you toggle this off, that means other KW agents will not be able to find you within the network. Next under that is different items that you can choose to either show or hide on your profile. So you have the option for number of closed units, listings sold, buy sales, and then also leases, and then that time with KW. So you can toggle these off if you don't want them to show on your profile. Now, as far as the unit production data here, we do get a lot of agents that reach out inquiring about why that may reflect the incorrect information. So for the production data within the referrals profile, this is only going to pull in KW only data based on a rolling 12-month period. So this is not going to reflect any production that is older than 12 months or any production that was done with any previous brokerages. So if you think those numbers are incorrect, then that could be why. So once you complete your changes here, just be sure to click on the Save Changes button in the bottom right. And that should update your profile for you. So now if we scroll down and look at the service areas down here, so you can see what the difference looks like here. So if you put them all in one service area box, it will list them on one line. Or if you do a separate service area box for each location, then they'll be listed individually like you see here. So I'm just going to edit that and take out that additional service area that I added and save that back to how it was. So now that we've covered our referral profile here, so I kind of let you know that if you need to change your name here, there is a separate area that you need to go to update that. So that's going to be your My Profile. So if we go back to the top right and click back to command here, and then we go back to the top right and click on our name. So right under Referrals Profile is the My Profile section. So this is where you want to go to be sure that your name is reflecting properly, as that is where the referral profile is going to pull your name from. So you have your name listed here, and then you also have that under My KW down in the details here. So now we're going to go back to command. And now we're going to head over to the Referrals app here. So if you are still getting familiar with what each of these icons are on the left side, if we click on the red KW block in the top left corner, that's going to bring out a description of each of these icons. So that can be super helpful as you're getting familiar with this. So we're going to go into referrals here. So we have our main dashboard here. So this is kind of going to be a preview of each of these items up here, aside from the map. So at the top, we have a preview of our network. So we have 70 pending invitations. We have 0 pending referrals, 0 received, and 0 sent. So that's just kind of a preview of what's going on here. And then under that, we can view our network. So these are going to be all of the agents that we have already added within our referral network. So if we click on the arrow drop down next to the agent's name here, this is going to give us a brief preview of that agent's profile. So we can view their location here. We can see a preview of their bio, their contact information. You have the option to add in private notes here. So these notes will only be for you to view. The other agent will not be able to see those. And then you can see the agent statistics. So their number of transactions in the last 12 months, their sales volume, as well as their average deal size. And then all the way to the right, we have referral statistics. So if you had any referral deals going with this agent, those should track here. You also have the option to add agents as your favorites. So maybe you have a referral agent that you like to work with frequently. You can mark those as your favorite by clicking on the star here. And then you can sort your referral network by favorites by clicking the star in the top right here. So that's only going to show us agents that we have marked as a favorite here. So we can uncheck that here to bring back the entire list. You can also add tags to these agents. So if you want to sort your network by certain tags, you can add custom tags here. So say they only work with buyers, you can add a buyer tag. And you can also remove tags by clicking the X there. And then all the way to the right, we have the send referral button, and we'll go over the referral form in a little bit here. So you have a track referrals button here. So if you're looking for specific referral information, you can click that. Grow My Network would take you into the referral map to look for people to add to your network, which we are going to go over that map in just a little bit here. You also have the option to sort your network here, so you can sort by first name or last name, either A through Z or Z through A. So it's going to be your network there. So this is going to be very similar to the My Network tab up at the top here. So if we click into My Network, you'll see it's a very similar look. It's got the same options over here on the right. It's got that star to view only our favorites here. And we still have those sort options and those other buttons here. And you also have the ability to search. If there's a certain agent in your network that you're trying to find quickly, you can just search for their name there. And then the other thing you'll have is up in the top right, you can toggle this from My Network to pending invitations. And this will allow you to see any pending invitations that you have, whether it's invitations that you've sent to other agents or invitations that agents have sent to you. So you can go in here and either accept or ignore your pending invites here, or you can also cancel invites that you have sent out to other agents if they haven't accepted them yet. So now if we jump back to the top here, we're going to go under the My Referrals section before we jump into the map. So I'm going to click on My Referrals here. So this will be a little similar to that dashboard view as well, where it's going to have those pending and active and sent referrals. So we're going to see all these filters here in the top right. So I'll kind of go over what each of these filters have. So under pending, so this filter is going to show you any referrals that still need attention, whether you sent a referral and you're waiting on a response, or you received a referral and you still need to accept or reject that. Next, we have active referrals. So this is going to show any referrals that have already been accepted and the transaction is currently in progress. Next, we have funded referrals. So this one is going to show any referrals that have successfully closed. So the sending referral agent should be paid their referral fee once a referral is fully funded. Next, we have lost referrals. So this is going to be any referrals that have unsuccessfully closed. And typically the agent working the referral must provide a reason why the transaction was not successfully completed. And you should be able to access that within the activity log. And I'll show you where to locate that shortly. Next, we have expired. So this is going to be any referral that has expired. So every referral that is sent has an expiration deadline set on it. So once it reaches that deadline without an answer, then that is going to be considered an expired referral. And then last, we have rejected. So this is going to show any referrals that were sent or received that were rejected by the receiving agent. And then all is going to be a preview of all of these items together. So as far as locating the activity log, so if you go to a referral that you have open, if we click on the three dots in the top right of that, we have the option to view activity log here. Or on the left side here under referral information, there is also a view link for activity log here. So those are two ways that you can view the activity. So if we click on that, it's going to open up this little pop-up that just shows you the activity timeline of the referral. You also have the option to add in notes and updates here within the referral card. You can just click on that add note button here to add your notes in there. A few other options you have here is you can send an update to the other agent. If it didn't work out, you can mark it as a lost referral, or if it was completed, you can mark it as funded. So those are your options for your My Referral section here. So now we can go ahead and jump into the map up here. So once you log into the map here, the default search is going to be set to production here. So we get a lot of agents that reach out, especially new agents, that say they are not able to find themselves in the referral network. A lot of reasons for that is because they are searching under production and they have not had any production with KW yet. So you have to have production in order to show up under the production search. So if we change this to market centers, once we change that, we get a drop down here for city or zip code, or we can change this to associates. So if we set that to associates under market centers, we can then search for ourselves here. And then we should be able to locate our profile here. And then that's going to give us a preview of our profile here, our contact information, our agent stats, and then it's going to bring our location to our market center. So if you do have trouble finding yourself, it may just be that you are looking under that production section. So you just need to change that to market centers and associates to search for yourself within the network. So I'm going to change this back to production quick, just so you can see what that looks like here. So I'm going to zoom out and just zoom in on an area here. So once you zoom in close enough on the map, you should start seeing these dots here. So this is going to show production that an agent has done within the area. So all of these location markers here are properties that were closed by a KW agent. So again, keep in mind that this referral network is only KW agents, so you are not going to see data from outside agents. So that's going to be all of your production that has been done in that area by a KW agent here. So now if we go back up here and change this from production to my network, this is going to show you any agents that you have already added to your referral network. So you can locate all of those within the map here. If you have multiple agents in your network within the same area, then you're going to see those as these little location markers here with a number. So that's how many agents we have in our network within that area here. And if we click on that, that's going to bring us closer to show their individual profiles here. So if you want to look for market centers here, so this is very helpful for recruiting as well. So if you are looking to recruit an agent and you want to find the closest market center to them, you can come in here and search market centers by city or zip code here and find the closest market center location. So that's a really good resource within this map as well. So you can search by market centers all over here. So once we zoom out here, we're going to see our little location markers of every market center that we have around the world here, which is pretty cool. So another search option that we have up here is we have referral patterns. So referral patterns is going to be based on location here. So if we go to any of these market centers here, I'll just zoom in on one here. So this is going to see any referrals that are sent to or from the market center. So right now we have this set to sent. So each of these lines represents a referral that was sent out from the market center. And then we have all of the statistics over on the right-hand side here of where each of those referrals were sent to. And then if we toggle this to received, then we can view the referrals that were received by the market center from other locations. And then we can see over on the right side where those referrals were received from. So that's pretty cool if you want to check and see what kind of referral activity your market center has had. So the last thing that we will go over today is how to send referrals out. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to production here. And I'm going to zoom in. So once we get close enough, that's going to start populating agents here. So over on the right side is where we can find our list of agents here. You can always sort these as well. So you have many different sort options. And you also have the option to set filters. So if you want to search for agents that say only work buy sides or only work listing sides, or if you want to find agents that speak a different language, if your client speaks another language. So you have many filter options in here. You can view their profile by clicking that drop down just to grab their contact info and a preview of their statistics. Or if you click on their name, that will open up their profile so you can view their full referral profile here. So we have their bio over here, their time with KW, their number of closed units, and all of their contact information and service areas here. So you'll see next to the name, there are two buttons here. So the first button we have here is going to be the invitation. So this is how you can invite them to join your referral network. And then you always have the option to add in a personalized message to send with your invitation. So that's just a way to kind of start growing your network and connect with other agents here. The next button there is going to be the referral form. So this is how we can send a referral request over to this agent. So you can toggle whether you are referring a buyer or a seller. The referral fee is typically set to a default of 25%. However, if you are doing something different, you can simply change that by just clicking and dragging this up or down. Next, you have the acceptance deadline. So this automatically defaults to 24 hours. However, you can extend that by dragging this here. The maximum amount here is 96 hours. You can put in the price range that your buyer is interested in. You can add notes for the other agent. And then below that is where you are going to add your client's information. Now you're going to see this highlighted message here. So the client's info is kept completely confidential until the referral is accepted. So that protects your client's information so that the other agent can't cancel the referral and then reach out to the agent on their own. They have to accept the referral request before they can get their information. So if your client is already in your command database, you can select them from database. So if you start typing the client's name here, you should be able to find their contact information here. Or if they are not in your database yet, you can change this from select from database over to create new contact. And then you can enter in the contact details, and then that will also add them to your command database once you send this out. So you have the option to select if they have been pre-approved or pre-qualified. You can enter their desired location. And then you have the option to add in the transaction timeline down at the bottom. So once you complete this form, you would click on Add Contact and Send. Or if you are selecting from your database, then that will just say Send rather than Add Contact, since they are already in your command contacts. So once you send that out, then the other agent is going to get a notification that they have received a new referral request. And then they will have that deadline here to either accept or decline that. Another option we have here is at the top, you're going to see broadcast referral. However, you'll see right now it is grayed out. So you can only send a broadcast referral if it is 50 agents or under. So right now our results show 218. So if we zoom in further on the map here, we'll just kind of zoom in until that number comes down for us. Oops. Zoom back out a little here. So that brings us down to 11. So now that broadcast referral button is available. So what this is going to do is this is going to send the referral request to all of those agents, and whichever agent accepts it first is the one that is going to get that referral. So just like the standard referrals, the client's information will be confidential until an agent accepts it. So even though that is being broadcasted, only the agent that accepts the referral is going to get the client's contact information. So those are all of our options here within the referral map here. So that about wraps us up for the referral network today. If you have any questions or run into any trouble with your referral network or with your referral profile, you can always reach out to us anytime and we can jump in and take a look for you. You can reach out by emailing us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. I hope you all have a great rest of your week.